Okay, fool. Today's podcast is brought to you by Awww.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/thejigisup. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now, Shaady, let's go.
SoundCloud music.
Alright, and welcome to the place with nothing to save. This is the Jig Is Up podcast. This is episode 14.
Woo!
Woo! And I'm your host. Yo, it's Marco, and I'm with...
It's your boy M-Eezi.
It's Awww Zac.
It's your girl Nessa, a.k.a. Blaze Your Mommy.
And we got a special guest in the building, man. He goes by the name of...
Ivan S. Harris.
With that monotone
A.K.A.
accent.
the Ish.
With the monotone today. I'm going to be monotone. I'm so excited to be here. So excited. No, I really am, man. Thanks for having me. This was awesome. Appreciate it.
No worries, man.
Our first guest.
You know, it's our second guest.
Second.
It's our second
Yeah,
guest.
the Janky
The
is.
Jankies was
the
our
first.
first
Oh,
one.
I wasn't here.
He was on
And,
tour.
and now we have the Ish.
Hey.
You're on tour.
One
You
and
can't.
Yeah, she was in H-Town.
Oh, you too hot, huh? You was too hot. Like, I'll see the next guest.
She was in She was in H-Town with the sundress.
Ooh.
Sundresses.
Wait, man, hold on, man. What's going on? Fellas in the sundress, we love those.
Oh man, so if you guys haven't listened to this podcast before, we would like to welcome you. And if you listened to us beforehand, we just want to say welcome back. You know, record on Thursday. So today is Cinco de Mayo. So shout out to all of our listeners in Mexico. Woo! Shout out to our listeners in here in San Diego or Mexicans. And
Up in
fuck
LA.
Donald Trump.
Whoa. Do we have that song right now? Did it just play in the background?
That's a drop.
Drop that beat.
Drop that.
I just heard it like, oh, shoot. I start doing a little dance. I'm trying to keep it professional right now.
Aw, man, you don't have to keep it professional,
Nah.
man. This is a podcast. Say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Oh, word? Oh, word?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're not being
Nothing
politically
is
correct.
All right, can I
Nothing
say
to
this?
say.
Can I say this?
All right, say
In my monotone voice,
yeah.
I hate Donald Trump.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
Would you like to elaborate?
No.
Hey.
Hey,
So-
listen.
What's up?
Let me tell you this. I'm the social media guy. I try to keep it as objective as possible.
Yeah.
Of course, I have my own opinions, but you know, I just keep that to the wraps. But I do want to say this one thing. I think that anything that we do coming from Obama, I swear, is like the ultimate opposite situation. And there's some people that hate Obama. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you can't sit here and say that there's anyone better than what's offered right now. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'm just gonna
It's
say
a right
that.
to your own opinion, my dude. So
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's
That
up.
opinion was faulty, and I'm
That's-
sorry.
He
I take it
He
back.
said it was
it's
faulty.
America, man.
This is America, Jack.
America, my nigga. Well, anyway, so we usually start off with a warm up. So, man, kick it off, man. I know my boy Awww Zac. He always got the warm ups on deck, so I'm gonna let him just take it off from there.
Okay, well, since Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday, you know what I mean? I'm sure everyone here is pretty close to their mom. I'm an only child. My mom's super protective of me.
Mm-hmm.
Showed me tough love, too. My mom's the type of person, she's from Southeast Asia. She's from Laos. If you guys don't know where that is, it's in between Vietnam and Thailand. So my mom growing up, instead of asking me directly, oh, Zac, how was school today? It was, did you eat?
Right.
I'm like, what?
That's that Asian culture.
And I'll be like, nah, Ma, I didn't eat. And then you get like this long lecture and it doesn't really go anywhere. And you're like, fuck, I should have just said I ate.
Yeah.
So she just leave it alone. But, you know, I hope everyone does something special for their mom this Sunday. I'm sure you guys got stories about your mom and what she did for you, you know. And moms are going to love you whether you're doing well or doing bad or in between. That's that unconditional love. But I wanted to get into this certain mom that's been on social media lately. her son, Eli Apple, just got drafted by the New York Giants last Thursday. And recently, Eli was in the news because I guess a scout said, I would never draft that kid. He has no life skills. He can't cook. So his mom went on Twitter, was like, by the way, Eli's dad is a retired 5-star chef. We eat well. So stop playing with our name. Next time you say our name, put some respect on it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Put some respect on it.
So she went in, and she has a lot of opinions. And even after Eli got drafted, and the draft was over, she said on Twitter, praying for all the thirsty girls sliding in new NFL rookie DMs with heavy booty and cleavage action pics. Only Jesus can quench your thirst.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
she's
I
just
did
go.
that.
She's
I
just
did see
going
that.
Yeah,
in.
mama.
She went in.
She's
and she's up to to the times. Like she knows
Yeah.
like what to say and when to say it.
And just a quick tidbit, Eli Apple is the nephew of comedian Michael Blackson, a.k.a. the African nigga.
Mother suckers.
Mother Sukkah from Next Friday. Can't get jiggy with this shit. So I just had to put that in there, man. So I know, and it's funny with him because he's an Eagles fan. I
love
and
him already.
And he feels conflicted now. So he's rocking the Giants hat. He's like,
Oh.
"Oh, Giants, my nephew got drafted."
What?
Oh.
You know what I mean? For me, if I had a relative that got drafted by the Chargers, Chiefs, or Broncos, I'm gonna give him hell. It's like, my nigga still
Yeah.
gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
As
I
you
love
should. As you
I
should.
love you,
As
but
you
on that
should.
field, I hope they fuck you up. Hey, that's how it is.
And on the scoreboard.
That is kind of tough. That's
Hey, man, was Steve Young's father was a hardcore Cowboys fan, and
That's crazy.
his father gave Steve Young shit.
As he should.
Being a 49er. This is how it goes, man. That's like that. I think that's that old school football fan mentality, man. Like I don't understand these new cats, man. Be like, I like two teams and double dabbling and
You can't do that.
okay.
It's a free
Hold
country,
on,
guys.
Hold
It's
on,
a free
hold
country,
on,
guys.
Hold on.
It's just-
So this is how I feel.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes personal relationships actually are stronger than just the bond of the team, and that's
Yeah.
how you can have more than two teams. You know what I mean? Like for me, I liked Randy Moss, so I followed wherever Randy went. And if he was with the Vikings, I was rolling with the Vikings. If he was with the Patriots, I was rolling with the Patriots. But then I moved to San Diego, and I started meeting actual Charger players, through
Yeah.
foundations and charities, and I was working all these parties and doing all of this stuff.
Got attached.
So plus I just lived in San Diego, so that became, the easy way to be like, well, I like this team from personal, okay, but I'm still rocking with Randy Moss. You know what I mean? So I could see, how somebody could have more than one or two. I mean, more than two teams.
So would you say, okay, but what about this? Say Randy was playing for the Vikings, and you're a fan of Randy Moss. If they lost, would you be like, well, Randy got his. I'm cool with that.
No, I'd be mad because as a team, I want the team to do well because Randy's on the team. Just like when the Patriots lost, I was hot. I hated the Giants for a long, long time because I wanted the Patriots to win. You know what I mean? But once he left the Patriots,
You're like,
oh, I was gone. Like, I don't what? No, I don't like the Patriots.
It's like who?
So it was kind of like a camaraderie thing. It's a team sport. But yeah, definitely for sure, I wanted Randy to get a ring and get those personal accolades for sure.
Okay,
Mhm.
I got you.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
But yeah, man, I liked how she was overprotective of Eli Apple and just like letting these thirsty ass chicks know, like, nah.
Mama don't.
don't
play
get
that.
caught up
Nah.
like Ezekiel Elliott on that
Oh my
Snapchat
God.
draft night.
Oh, you can't.
Okay, so that brings up a good point. Okay, so these guys are millionaires, doing their thing. How do you avoid the setup? Because if you think about it, everybody, or I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of those young guys are out hitting the streets, doing the scene. They got money, they're doing big things, and of course the women are gonna be on them. So
Right,
how
right.
do you
You gotta confiscate the phone before you get it in.
how did Derek Jeter manage to be it's basically scot free of any kind of scandal for 20 years in New York City? Like
Yeah,
you
New York
got-
City.
we need to bottle that up and sell that.
Well, he gives them. I heard he gives them. He gives them a chauffeur service, and they give him a gift basket. This is from what I heard. And,
Word on the street is
Right.
Also,
from the
allegedly, he give them the chauffeur service and take them to where they need to be, and then also he gives him an autographed baseball because you know that shit's gonna be worth money anyway. So
he's basically paying him.
Yeah, through memorabilia.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah. Well, not necessarily monetarily payment, but some form.
But I'm pretty sure she could pawn
He's
it.
gonna
She'll
be
get
like,
some
this
money.
appreciates with value each
Yeah.
year, you know?
He's like, girl, I'm about to retire.
This
Take
is yours. This is your trophy. Here, have it.
But you know me, like I don't know, man. I'm coming from a dark place.
Dark.
If I knew I got drafted, and if I was one of them ugly ass offensive linemen, I know like I'm not cute, I'm not pretty, and like none of them bitches like want to get with me. But all of a sudden they start coming up to me. Oh man, they got to go through my whole entourage. And by the time she's done with my entourage, get the fuck out of my face, you nasty hoe. That's how I am. So
is that more of a bitter place then? Like
that's a bitter and resentment place.
I was gonna say that's kind of a bit like and not necessarily in a disrespectful way, but you've just been jaded, so you're in a sense where you're like, no, everybody's pretty much on the negative side because you've been through a negative situation. Yeah. I mean, I get that.
Maybe
I get
on
that for
Alex
sure.
Jones.
I was reminiscing of school days.
Yeah, I would have pulled the school days. Oh, big brother Mike T move on her.
Oh, yeah.
Mike T.
What will you do? What will you do? I will do anything, big brother. I will do anything. Will you do it? Will you do it? Do it then. You did it. I can't believe you did it.
Yep, exactly. Hit her with that. It's like you weren't meant for me. Peace. You know what I mean? So
okay, so now my thing is, if these professional athletes, rookies, veterans, whatever, they have all these women, just throwing themselves at them. Why are a lot of these athletes paying for it though?
I just don't get that.
Well, I think the payment that's kind of simple. I think the payment is like, here, I need to handle this transaction just like a business. Handle this and keep it moving. You don't have to go and necessarily meet and do all the things of dating. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I understand that point. I mean, I'm not saying I do it.
He just made a face.
But I understand. How you rich, successful person, always on the go, man. Like, it's hard dating. It's hard doing relationships when you're single and broke. So imagine when you single and got money. Now you got all these people coming at you like, oh yeah, I love you for your everything, but what I really love you for is your money, but I won't tell you. You know what I mean? So you're dealing with that. I mean, I understand it. It's crazy though.
Yeah, it's rough. Crazy. It's rough.
And we still haven't figured out how you do it without being caught up in the, in the mix. Because that's kind of what I'm looking at is you see that all the time, like people getting caught up on Snapchat. Who was that? Was that Gronk got caught up? Was that Gronk or was that that was Edelman?
Yeah,
Edelman got caught, and then Ezekiel Elliott just got caught.
And then some chick claimed that she smashed Odell Beckham and then put it on her like I don't know Facebook or Tinder profile, some bullshit like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, how do you escape that? Because
you have to confiscate the phone.
Confiscate the phone.
Like, sign a contract.
Yeah,
or
sign a
your
contract.
entourage handle that.
Hit him with
love agreement.
Hit him with
well, my thing is like, hey, dude, do your deal, whatever. But homie, don't be falling asleep. He was laid out sleep. Like, he looked like he had the best sleep ever. He's like drooling.
Dude,
I'm like,
bruh.
bruh.
And I'm just thinking like, man, these athletes are just busting the most epic nuts because like they are falling sound asleep right afterwards.
I mean, if you think about it, I think when you meet the women and they know you got money, they're going to try to put their best moves on you.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. And it must be a wonderful thing because they do be catching Z's, like no counting sheep at all. Like,
I mean, looking like Manny Pacquiao against
and the
Mark.
girls
Oh my God.
No, he was
sleepy.
Okay, but then on the flip though, you would think you would be more cautious because he does have a girl too.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
does have a girl.
See, that was the monkey wrench in the game,
I
didn't know that until later too. I was like,
yeah, he had a girl.
Maybe he just stupid. Just
he might be.
Yeah.
But
or he might not care. Maybe he wants that footage.
Maybe
like, yo, I'm out here in these streets.
I want to be single. She didn't want to let me break up with her, so I'm gonna do it this way.
See, this is another thing that I've thought about. Like, in this day and age, man, so many things are so easy to somebody could just easily be like, if he kicks her out, let's say, all right, you gotta go. She could be like, oh, he raped me out.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you did me like that. Okay, I'm gonna call the R word out. You know what I mean? And now you got a whole rape case.
Yeah, you got a good point.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you handle this situation? Because obviously the girls want to hook up, the guys want to hook up, everybody wants to hook up. But once the hookup happens, it's like, what's the next step?
Because even if you videotape like them sign a contract or anything, it kind of look like borderline prostitution. So
Right.
that could also like, yeah, man, there's no right or wrong way to handle it. I mean, especially like now, chicks can like drug themselves. You know what I mean? Like don't leave any cups of water lying around the place.
Don't let me bring up.
Dude,
You know what
Ray
I'm saying?
Lewis
Cups
Jr.
around me.
You see what he's going through right
It's
now?
fucking crazy.
Ray Lewis's son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's
all I
going
gotta
through...
say, athletes, be very, very careful. I'm gonna let Zach wrap up his warm up.
Well, we went to a very dark place with this. I'm gonna go back saying, So I'm saying
I have to be a little controversial at times, man.
I know we get upset, when our mom can be a little overbearing or really in your shit, But like Eli Apple's mom, like I said, she really keeps that dude grounded.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use a quote that she said in her SI.com article she just wrote like a couple days ago. She said, Eli was offered Rolex watches and diamonds to wear on draft day. I told him, dude, you're an unemployed college dropout. You will not be on TV with a Rolex. So we decided if he needed to know what time it was, he could just look at his phone. I bought him a portable charger.
Hey.
So,
what's up?
because it makes a lot of sense, because technically he wasn't drafted yet. A lot of the times you
Right.
see on TV, they have jewelry. I don't know, the agent either fronted them or it's rented.
Yeah.
Because jewelers be like, oh yeah, I got this jewelry
That's
from here, I got
usually
this
where it
watch
is.
here. And she's like, I'm just trying to keep this dude grounded. And I just appreciate the fact everyone's worried about the results at the end of the day. She was basically saying it's the process too, though. It's the journey to get to where you're trying to get. And the journey for him is just begun. So
fucks with mama. She
yeah,
cool.
so shout outs to moms.
And I think she's about to start like a whole rookie moms type of thing to protect other rookie moms. Have rookie moms get together
Yes.
and start
She
a
did take a picture with
coalition
some
and stuff
moms,
like that. So hopefully that'll be pretty dope. You know what I mean? Rookie moms
She started
go
like
out there, look out for your sons, keep them away from these thirsty, opportunistic women out there, and these fake ass yes men friends as well. So moms, do y'all thing. Mother's Day, looking lovely. On to the next warm up, Mr. M-Eezi. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, well, I want to, talk about something from last week. It sparked from last week when we was talking about the Lemonade album.
All right.
Okay.
The whole relationship thing. Remember what you said?
Yeah, that is not a breakup album. It's a relationship album.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go on the rant because people was basically kind of dissing her for the album she made. And it's like, y'all mad because she's still with him. If this is really, the truth, she's talking through the songs and stuff.
Right.
It's like, if you want to be with somebody, you got to go through this fire. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's worth
relationships
it.
isn't easy, and you're not supposed to just drop it off and let it go unless you never really was into it in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. They
It's
got
like if you
years
gonna be
invested.
Yeah, like if you want somebody so bad where you want to be with them through the whole ride, you got to be with them through the whole ride. And it's going to be a lot of bullshit coming through
Oh, definitely.
trying to stop y'all from being together. And if you've done everything you could to keep it going, I can't blame you for walking away. But that's when you actually decide to walk away.
Yeah.
You don't just, oh, he cheated on me, that's the rules, I got to walk away. If you still want to be with him, in your motherfucking heart, or if vice versa, the guy still want to be with her and she did that shit, work it out.
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody your business because that affects the relationship in a big way.
In a huge way.
Yeah.
I think Beyonce she's kind of in a messed up situation because people look at her, she's supposed to be perfect. So whatever she does is almost to the point where because she's human, it's not going to be perfect. So they're looking for a reason to be like, oh, see, yeah, oh, see.
Mm-hmm.
So with her going through some relationship things that most normal people go through, they're already bringing like that A game heat on her. Like, see, you're, just. I don't want to call it hate.
It's like reverse beehive or something.
Reverse beehive.
What?
I just feel like she's, a girl told me this one time and I couldn't understand it. I really liked this girl back in the day, right? So I really liked this girl. I was like doing all the the sweet hey babies, and I put her on a pedestal, and I did all those things.
Oh.
I looked at her in this situation, and it's the same way Beyonce is kind of viewed, where we put these people on pedestals. Well, the girl told me, she said, I don't think that you should put me on a pedestal. I know you really like me, but I don't think, I can't deal with that pressure. It's too much pressure to fall. And so the thing with that, the same thing with Beyonce is like she's so far up as far as in her talent and her stardom and all those things. So whatever she goes through or whatever she does is going to be like judged 1,000,000% more. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because when you're trying to be a star, when you're trying to, like for us, we're trying to do our thing and become, like the next whatever. Right now, nobody cares about us. Nobody cares. It's like, whoever, we don't care about you. But then when you get to that point, they care about you so much that they still don't care about you. Because now they're throwing stuff. Before they wouldn't even throw stuff. They didn't even care about you. They hate your, you're nothing. But now when you get up there and they're looking at you just like, oh my God, this person is so awesome. And you make one mistake, then you fall so far from that pedestal. And it's like, where's the balance? You know what I mean? I know I went off. I know we were talking about the rant, because I love the album. Yeah. But the thing is, like, whatever she does, whatever Jay-Z does, whatever those people that get to that pinnacle where they're just on the pedestal, whatever they do, it'll never be good enough. Right. You know what I mean? The fans are always going to be like, well, I want this. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. Because the fans be like, I done put all my energy in you and built you up, and you can't be perfect for me.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like, we're putting them on the pedestal to be perfect.
Yeah, just keep going. Well, let's see. You got anything else along with the album?
Well, really quick to piggyback off of what he was saying about, is your ex-girlfriend?
Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, shoot, I was trying to look at this microphone. What's going on?
It was your ex-girlfriend or just someone you were kind of like just dating?
Oh no, it was someone I was just kind of dating. Oh, like okay. I wanted to take it to that level.
He was trying to woo her.
I was trying to woo her. Well, and she was like, yeah, it's just too much pressure.
I agree with her because I'm the same way. Like, I've had guys that would put me on a pedestal, and I'm just like, but why? Yeah, like, like it made me uneasy and uncomfortable, to be put up so high when I just feel like I'm Nessa. Like, I'm, you know what I mean? I'm a regular, like a normal human being.
Like, I get more attention when I troll chicks.
No, but that's what it's about, though. It's so crazy.
It's so funny. Like, they get all mad and shit, and then it's like, you lucky I like you. Like, okay.
Yeah, they like me. Like, I be talking shit to the ones I really don't care too much about. I was like, fuck out of here.
And those are the ones.
You're so funny.
Yeah. It's crazy how that situation works. Like, if you really show love to somebody, guys and girls, like, they fall back. Yeah. But if you're like, man, whatever, kick rocks, then all of a sudden they're on your line, and you're like, wait, I got to treat you like dirt in order for you to like me? But if I actually want to say, let me give you the stars, my girl.
Because that's perceived as neediness.
The moon, nigga.
That's perceived as neediness. All right. So, Nessa, you want to got anything else? Or,
Nah, I finished mine. Go ahead.
You got your warm-up?
Do you have one?
Yeah, but did you want to go first?
You want me? No, mine's going to segue into the main topic. So that's why.
Okay. I don't really have much to say, but I don't know if y'all see me on Snap today.
Snap
just
it up.
A little bit.
Hey, baby.
I've been, going through some things and just kind of trying to find myself, which it's an ongoing journey. It don't stop.
We all go through those demons. But
oh yeah,
we feel you.
And I try to stay positive. Try to see how I'm evolving as a person, and just I try to show love to people, whether I know you personally or if you're just someone on Facebook. What's up?
What's up?
Oh no, I'm just checking out your hoodie. It's dope.
Shout out to Work or Don't Eat.
Work or don't eat.
Yes. So I just wanted to say that if you do follow me on Snap, I was going on a mini rant about flaws, like women being flawed, and how we should be, instead of kicking each other to the ground, we should be empowering one another. And the reason why I said that is because I heard some people was talking mess about me. I'm not gonna disclose the person who said it.
No names, no names.
And where it happened at. But,
Why
you
not?
know.
You can send the blazing bees at her.
The blazing bees.
The
blazing bees.
I got people that fuck with me like that.
The blazing
but
tribe.
I wouldn't put
Whatever you
myself
wanna call
up
them.
The
that
blazing
high.
nets.
Not on that pedestal. Not on that bee pedestal yet.
Nah. Not ever.
You got a
Not
squad.
ever.
Stop, man. Hashtag squad. You got one.
Squad.
But yeah, so you know, I have some insecurities. Like, for instance, my face. Like, I mean, I don't have the most clearest face, but you know, I do what I can, and people like me regardless. And it's not me like being conceited or nothing. It's just that doesn't define who I am. My physical appearance. At least that's what I think. And yeah, this little chick over here, she was talking about my face and how she said, like, oh, I thought she was cute till I saw her in person, and she, you know, her skin's not that, you know, yeah. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And it was weird because I didn't get offended by it because I've always talked about it, like, oh, I don't have, you know, I'm like, oh,
Right.
you know, I got pimples, like, whatever, you know, but to hear actually someone say that, like, I felt like I was back in elementary school again. Like, they used to call me crater face. I know my face ain't that bad, but, you know, it just kind of brought me back to that place. And I'm like, you know, but why does my face have anything to do with who you thought I was? Like, before meeting me, she was like, you know, thought I was cool, but all of a sudden, you know, I became this girl that has bad skin.
Maybe she wanted to date you.
I was gonna say that. Man, maybe she was attracted to you or something.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
She's
trying
trying
to.
to find something
wanted
wrong
more
with
than
you
just a
so she
friend.
won't feel bad about herself.
I
Maybe
don't
she
think
put you
so.
on that pedestal and
She
she wanted you to.
eat
But see,
that
that-
To me, that's more of a problem with
Her.
herself.
No, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so I said I don't know if you
That's
saw my
her-
snap, but I had mentioned that, and I said, you know, for someone to come at me about my physical flaws, like, it just means that there's something wrong with them eternally, you know, and
Hurt people, man.
exactly. And
Hurt
I'm just like, you know,
people
we
hurt
should be
people.
empowering one another. And like, lately I've been posting a lot more like inspirational quotes and just, you know, just motivational things. And it's more so to help me, but I put it out there to whoever else might need that message. Because I've seen people post something and I'm like, oh, and I'll let them know, like, oh, thank you, I needed that today.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you never know who's going through what. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I just like to put that energy out to the universe, and whoever's there to accept it, then, you know, I did my good deed for the day. So,
That's
Yeah,
positive
that's-
energy.
yeah.
I like
That's
that.
good.
I was just thinking about that too, as far as just, you know, people and their views and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and how people don't comment or people don't share or don't like,
Yeah.
and then you're like feeling really like down for yourself, like, dang, I put this out and nobody liked it, and then all of a sudden when you're out in the streets,
Yeah.
people are like, man, I seen this, I seen that, man, it was dope, and you're like, well, why didn't you like
Say
it? Why didn't you, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I definitely understand where you're coming from. You just putting that you got to keep putting that positive energy out, even if you feel like nobody's seeing it, because people are seeing it. They just
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
not share it or like it or whatever. And that's something that I think we as a society have to get over. And I think a lot of that is because there's so much content. So we're so used to seeing content, and it's free content, and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, cool, whatever, you know, and paying for the content is the like, is the share, is the comment,
Mhm.
and people don't want to pay for anything this day
Yeah.
and age.
I agree.
So I mean, just think about even if you got like 100 friends, that's 100 different things of content that you're seeing.
Right.
That's
So
true.
now do you want to pay for 100 things? You want to like every single thing, even
Yeah.
if you do?
Mhm.
Nah, you're spending more time spending. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I get it. We just got to be
Putting too
more
much
positive,
energy in
man.
it.
We gotta really, like you said, uplift and get that energy going to where it's positive and
Yeah.
not just, you know, just like a demeaning like.
Yeah.
And it's
Why
not,
would somebody even say that to you? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and it's not just, you know, about women. Of course, it goes for everybody, but just in particular, like, just hearing that, because I heard about it a few weeks ago, and then I heard about it again this weekend by someone else. So it was but it was about the same person. So I was just like, yo, you know, and of course they talked about, like, she was just hating on you, and, you know, it has to do with a certain male. So of course,
Oh well,
That's
now we break it down. I'm like,
There we go.
I'm like,
Now
why
we
are we
get
getting? I'm trying to
into
now we
somewhere.
now we get. I'm
All
trying to
right.
figure out
That
why
part.
or how like a person that, you know, wants to be friends is all of a sudden like,
yeah.
oh, you know, this flaw about you is
Frenemies.
not cool, so I don't want to be cool.
That
What
is
you
That-
put
that's-
on Twitter?
that-
What you put on Twitter, Marco?
Oh man. What?
Enemies won't do what?
Oh no. I say betrayal will never come from your enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So There. With that
She's
being
trying to
said,
be
They are
friend.
enemies already.
Trying.
Trying.
so
Forget
well,
that.
wish her
Let's
well, let her
empower one
go,
another,
like-
though. I love the women. I love the ladies. I just think that we should be coming together instead of
come together, women. Damn it.
And
UNITY.
it's good you sent out that energy though, because some people couldn't shoulder roll it.
Who
off
you calling
like
a-
how you did?
Mhm.
You know, some people need to hear that encouragement, because like when you look in the mirror and tell yourself something that somebody tells you the same thing, it does fuck you up. You know, I can say that from a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
But you know, it's how you handle it after, and you did it good. So
All
Well,
right.
thank you.
My warm up is
I got a cookie for you. You know, after the
my warm up isn't too deep as Nessa
Sorry,
or
guys.
complex or anything. But no, it's all great. It's all great. Gets everyone talking, so that's wonderful. Mine is gonna be more of a you guys see it, and then we will lead up to something else. As I was listening to, I just like making weird lists and stuff. So I have a top 5 list of top 5 Drake interludes from his work. This is my top 5.
light skin list over there.
Drake got some hot interludes though.
So number 5, I'm starting off with CeCe's interlude from Thank Me Later.
Okay.
I'm starting off with that one.
Okay.
Number 4 and 3 is so close, man. They're interchangeable. It's up for debate. But I do want to say on number 4, I do want to try and say Wednesday Night Interlude featuring Party Next Door, and If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. At number 3,
okay.
Buried Alive Interlude featuring Kendrick Lamar off of the Take Care album.
Man.
Number 2, and I'm not saying it because I'm a prisoner of the moment. I do want to say Summer's Over Interlude from Views.
Yes, sir.
As
That's
the
your
number
number
2
2.
interlude. And number 1, Bria's interlude.
I was waiting.
Number
I was like,
1.
where is Bria's interlude? Okay.
It had
Number
to be,
1,
though. It had
Bria's
to be.
interlude featuring Omarion from So Far
Okay.
Gone.
Regardless of
Alright.
it being a
And just to
Okay,
let
cool.
you guys know, if you guys saying, what about Nothing Was the Same, Nothing Was the Same didn't have an interlude in that album. So,
we checked.
before we go ahead and talk about the main event that we're going to really talk about,
Ding ding ding.
I do want to take some time to have a little word from our sponsors. So, looking for a haircut in the San Diego area? Then look no further. Holla at the guys at K-Cutz Barbershop, and they'll take great care of you. Trust me, I know, because I get my hair cut by them all the time. You know what I mean? So I'm due for one next week. So I can get all fresh and lined up. But besides all that, you go ahead, look up the website, kcutzbarbershop.com. That's KCUTZ barbershop.com. And make sure you call the number 619-582-KUTZ to make an appointment and let them know that the Jig Is Up crew sent you there and you listening to episode number 14. So you could go ahead and get your $5 off from your first haircut. Then also, I want to highlight my guys, my good guys at Audible.com for hooking us up for this episode. So, Audible is offering a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial to give you an opportunity to check out their services. But now, you don't need to commit after your 30-day trial is up. You can go ahead and quit anytime, so there's no real commitment. But personally, for me, man, you get a lot of great information, man. Like, so whatever books you like to read for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, educating and entertainment.
All types of genres.
You know what I'm saying?
Educational.
Whatever you like reading. You like John Grisham books. You like Robert Greene's. You like your Eric Jerome Dickens.
Yes.
You like your
Robert
R.L.
Pattinson.
Steins. You like your Anne Rice's. Whatever you want to listen to, it's there. So there are plenty of books that sit there and change your life. For me, like I said, Happy Vegan by Mr. Russell Simmons. 48 Laws
Russell
of
Simmons.
Powers by Robert Greene. You know, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some, what?
He said by Earl Stein.
This nigga killing, man.
Arl Stein. Hell to the no, dude.
They're gonna start checking your background.
We
Like,
still
this nigga ain't a
dropping
pedophile, man.
Goosebumps.
Those Goosebumps books. I'm fucking with you.
Dummy.
Yeah, Killer's just a big kid, guys. But anyway,
He's
there's a
on there
lot,
right now.
plenty of books, 180,000 copies to choose from. So you go ahead, log on to the page of www.audibletrial.com/The Jig Is Up. Once again, or without the www, you can go audibletrial.com/The Jig Is Up and go ahead, man, and let them know that Jig Is Up crew sent you there. Also, you can log on to our website to check out the link on our sponsorships, and you can click it from right there. You can check out our 2 sponsorships. And also, make sure when you go on our website, take that survey, man. We want to get to know you guys a little bit better.
Please.
So we can find the right sponsorships to present the right products and services to you guys. And also, go ahead, man. Check out the website. It's up and running. That's where you can catch all the episodes. We're also on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play Music. All right, now let's go back to the show.
Yeah. Y'all stop being creeps out there.
For the main event.
Stop being creeps out there.
Views. You know this was coming. Thoughts, folks.
Thoughts on views. Let's find out.
Question is?
All right, man. So I'll just kick it off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed Views. You know, I enjoyed listening to it. Is it a classic? No, it's not a classic. But do I appreciate the album for what it is? I do. You know what I mean? There's some jams that I could just sit in the car and bump, you know what I'm saying, on the way to work. Or maybe I'm going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you right now, if you on Snapchat, every chick is playing Views. You could damn near hear the whole album from different times, different chicks on your timeline from Views. And that's real. I mean, I think Views is getting more plays than that damn dog face, puppy face filter.
I fucking hate that shit.
I
hate it,
viewed
too.
him
I hate
today.
See, ladies, y'all need to stop that shit. But, you know, y'all do what y'all do. But anyway, I mean, a couple of tracks that stood out to me. I'm just going to go on the general perspective because I know other guys want to go in on this a little bit more, and I'm going to piggyback off of that. I'm just being real with y'all. And let me see. Where the fuck is it? Okay. Here it is. Is You With Me? I like it. You know, I'm feeling the whole DMX sample vibe, even though DMX don't fuck with Drake.
Hella don't.
But, you know, it's a cool little homage to him. Maybe Drake chipped him off some little money. Maybe DMX, yeah, man, dog, maybe I may change my mind about it. You know, Drake, you know what I mean? I don't really fuck with that nigga like that, but you know what I mean?
That's pretty good.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga Drake, you know what I'm saying? He's all right with me. So if he, you know, paying niggas some money, you know what I mean? Niggas don't have to smoke the crack anymore.
You
Yeah,
stupid.
you know what I'm saying? And then maybe I just say a prayer for him. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. I was just chilling with X like when he was here. I literally was just chilling with him. That sounds just like him. That's
How
good.
was he though? Was he in good spirits?
You know what? Here's the thing about DMX. Like DMX, we all know he's had problems with drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to DMX, but
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah,
No,
he-
we all. I mean,
He's human.
it's known that you know
Yeah.
he has had a problem with drugs. Okay, so his mind is still sharp.
Yeah, I heard him on the Nori podcast, dude.
Yeah,
His mind is still sharp. His body, I think the drugs over time have kind of messed with his mechanics.
Right.
But I literally was just down there in the green room. It's crazy how that situation kicked off. Like it was just like a once in a lifetime.
It's always
opportunity.
madness with this man.
Yeah, it's always madness. And I was in the green room and we were just talking. We were just talking about old school hip hop, new school hip hop. And I was like watching and obviously he was, you know, right after a show. So that adrenaline probably was part of it too. But he was like his mind was sharp. He was spitting that knowledge that you know that DMX could spit. But then I noticed like his mechanics and stuff were kind of, you know, like kind of shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know, it's kind of sad to see, you know, a situation like this go from this to what we know him in, you know, 98, 99, 2000, 2001,
Man.
Rough Riders, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, his mind was sharp. He's definitely still with God. He's still walking the path, and everybody's has issues as far as we're not perfect on this earth.
Definitely.
So, more power to him. But that's funny that you brought his name up because I was just thinking like, dang, man, that's crazy. I was really chilling with DMX.
Did you ask him about Snapchat?
Nah, you know, I didn't really get into it too much. I was with a homie that I guess they both grew up in New York, and so I was with the homie, and then it was crazy how that whole night kicked off. But yeah, man, I mean,
Man, that's for after the show then.
Anyway,
I'm trying to hear that story.
The next track,
yeah, I can tell you more about that
And
story.
then the
but we're
next
gonna-
track for me was Hype. You know, Hype grew on to me. At first, I didn't have it on the list, but then I started playing Hype. I'm like, all right, cool. I start fucking with Hype. Of course, man, Western Road Flows, man. Western Road Flows just give me that. I don't know, man. It gives me that Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, like Don't Knock the Hustle type feel to it. Just me personally. Grammys, of course, turn up him, Future. You know what I mean? You know, motherfuckers gonna play that. AD. F6.
Shout out to AD. Shout out to AD.
Red Sea Lounge.
Red Sea Lounge.
Red Sea Lounge.
Red Sea Lounge got free music. What, every time I walk by there, I'm like, you don't know me by now. You know I'm not coming downstairs. But it's okay because I'm going to work. That's different. I'm not hating them. I'm going to work. But yeah, Red Sea Lounge.
Child's Play. You know what I mean? I fuck with Child's Play. A lot of girls been twerking to Child's Play on my Snapchat. So shout out to all the lovely twerkers out there on my Snap. To my twerkers out there on Child's Play.
Twerkers.
You guys keep me very
They gotta wait for the hook though.
The twerkers or the
tweakers?
tweakers?
Bounce that shit like whoa. And then of course Summer's over interlude and Views. Those were the tracks that stood out to me. Like
Did
I said,
you already say Western Road?
Yeah. I already said Western Road
Okay.
flows. I think there's a lot of pressure on Drake, and I don't think Drake is saying there's pressure on him. You know, a lot of his peers, a lot of critics, a lot of tastemakers are like, well, Drake hasn't dropped the classic yet. He hasn't dropped the classic album yet. He's a great rapper. He makes good, consistent music out, you know, year in, year out with each project. But it's like he hasn't dropped that classic like Reasonable Doubt or Stillmatic or Illmatic or Doggy Style or, you know what I'm saying? Like every great artist within their era always drop a classic material, and they're saying that Drake hasn't done that. Well, everybody will say, well, Take Care is a very close to being classic. And I will say this for the sake of argument. But the people who saying that Take Care isn't a classic album, I guarantee you 5 years later from now, you guys are going to say it's a classic, because there are times when magazines, everybody will go back in retrospect and in hindsight to be like, you know what? Maybe it was a classic.
They do that all the time.
They do that all the time.
All the
So
time.
for all these people saying that, you know, Drake hasn't had a classic album, I guarantee you, probably 5 years, maybe even shorter than that, they're going to go back and listen to Take Care, and they'll be like, damn, Take Care has some hits. Let me go look at some of the shit that Take Care had. Let's break it down.
Notes.
Yeah, because
Let's
I'm
break
with
it
you
down.
on that, Marco.
Because
Let's go.
I mean, people say, what about So Far Gone? So Far Gone is technically a mixtape.
Right.
And it just had album release from the original songs from So Far Gone,
right.
so that doesn't really count. Even though I like Bria's interlude.
That's hot.
Oh, man. This nigga could do an album full of interludes, and I'll listen to him.
Yeah. You probably should.
Yeah, he probably should. That should be hot. It'd be like Interlude Diaries or some shit. Whatever kind of post-emo shit that Drake be saying, whatever. Those suicidal damn titles on his albums. The non-suicidal sounding title that he has was "What a Time to Be Alive." So maybe he was appreciating life with Future. But anyway,
Future had him on drugs.
yeah, say no. All right, so let's start it off. Like, okay, Crew Love featuring The Weeknd.
That was my shit.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, Marvin's Room. Say what you want, but
Hello.
Marvin's Room. How many motherfucking remixed that song?
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You know what I
Too
mean?
many.
I still was listening to that.
album
on the way
cut.
to the crib.
An album cut. Underground Kings.
Ooh,
Dog.
yeah.
Like, that was my
Yeah,
shit.
that is on
We'll
there.
Be Fine featuring Birdman. Put some respect on it.
Radio hit.
Respect
Three
on
of
it.
y'all.
Make Me Proud featuring Nicki Minaj. Was that?
That makes me want to work.
No, that got mad radio play.
That
though.
got mad
Yeah,
radio play.
radio
They
play.
They got mad radio
spins,
play.
Yeah.
Lord Knows featuring Rick Ross.
Lord knows what's hot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Then you also have like Good Ones Go interlude. Damn, I forgot to mention that one.
Nah, I
The
fuck with
Cameras.
that, yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah,
Cameras.
Cameras,
yeah.
Okay.
That's my
shit.
song right there.
Okay. Doing It Wrong. That's a little sad song, but motherfuckers still play that like a motherfucker, right? The Real Her featuring Lil Wayne and Andre 3000.
Yep.
People bump that a lot
that
too.
was
Dude.
too.
Homie,
30,000
hell yeah,
is
fucking
fire.
right.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Club banger.
With Wayne, yeah.
Practice. Club banger.
Yes.
So okay, so why do you think that we don't
People
get
don't think it's cohesive enough. You know what I mean? They think that
it's
the
all
album
over the place?
is kind of like all over the place. You just got nothing but bangers and stuff like that. But there's plenty of albums that weren't even that cohesive.
That one was pretty cohesive though.
To me,
Yeah.
it was cohesive. And I don't understand why people saying it's not a classic. I'm telling you right now, I may come from a little ass podcast, but sometimes my opinions will be fact, nigga. I'm telling you. 5 years from now,
Always get
banging.
Tennessee.
5 years from now, niggas gonna go back. All these fucking double XL bloggers, tastemakers, even the peers, Joe Budden himself is gonna probably look back 5 years from now, I'm like, you know what? Take Care was a classic.
I like when you named all the hits that he had on that album. It's like, man, how can you?
How can
deny
you
it?
not say Take Care was
At least
not
It's
a
a
classic?
quality body of work.
At least a
How
great
could you-
body of work. Yeah, but okay. So what really defines a classic then?
That was it.
People would say it's timeless. Can
know
you
what?
play it over and over? I mean, dude, I could go right now and play Take Care. It has shelf life. That will make and that's a video game term for playback ability. And I think that it has shelf life. I think like Take Care, you can still bump it. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, this shit still knocks. You know what I mean? Like 2011 hasn't been that much of a change from 2016. Maybe 2016, 2014, 2016, the years of the mumbling trap rappers are taking over, but still, like
This man said mumbling trap.
and there's no no offense because I bumped the
Oh, my
shit out of
God.
Designer, homie, and
Panda,
I had to go
Panda.
and I had to go on rap Genius to understand what this nigga was saying, but
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
put on that Migos and Snoop Dogg remix real fast.
Oh
I know
my
you-
God.
You know what I'm saying?
That tell me that beat wasn't banging though.
But yeah,
I
man,
ain't-
that's
I
my
can't
piece
deny
on
that.
it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it to the rest of y'all. What y'all gonna have to say? I already said my piece.
The only I'm gonna say mine 'cause mine's real quick. I didn't really get a chance to really listen to it like I'd like to because I've just been really busy. So I was trying to listen to it.
She's still in Houston. She's making no moves.
She was in Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. She was living the Drake life.
There you go.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Yeah, that's it right there.
With
That's
a
for
little
real
air-
fans.
with
That's
a
for
little
real
air-
fans.
And she
Arizona.
danced
With the
to the
little-
song.
With a little Arizona, Marco.
And she danced
Anyway,
to the song.
Yeah, that's the real fans right there.
all I can
Houston, Atlanta,
say,
Vegas, Zona.
all I can say is, don't Drake and drive. Regardless
Wow.
if it's you getting in your feelings or
If you tired,
That's deep.
or you're tired. And the reason why I say that,
Look at Ivan's face.
because listening listening to this album,
is redemption on
it
your
was
mind
first
when
of
you
all
think
20 tracks. 20 tracks,
20
right?
tracks. That's a lot of tracks.
That's
It
a
is.
lot.
But
to
Take Care
intake.
Take Care Deluxe version has the 20 tracks too. So
No, I know, but I'm saying for me
For you,
personally, just the tempo was
Yeah.
more slow.
Right.
So I'm driving 2 hours from school from LA, and I found myself getting tired. And when I started feeling like I was about to start swerving, I had to turn it off.
Just
I
go to
think-
Grammys, man.
And-
Just turn on
no,
Grammys.
but I
and that'll
think,
keep you
still
moving.
here, you know what I mean?
but I feel that when the project that he did with Future was like, okay, let me just get all my trap shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
That-
get all this. Let me
people
get
were
all
hating
this
on
trap
Purple
shit
Rain,
out of
but I
my
liked it.
out of my energy right now. All this shit that I did with Future, and then also he did. If you're reading this, it's already too late. So those were probably throwaway tracks from like Nothing Was the Same. And
But those were
probably
bangers
Take
too.
Care.
But
Oh,
those
those were
bangers
yeah.
too.
those were
So
bangers too.
basically,
I was
so
running.
basically, Drake is like, dude, I gave you 2 albums full of bangers. Let me just have my mellow.
Let me
Oh
have
no,
my-
I'm
let me
not
have my
complaining. I
album.
like
Yeah,
it.
let me
I'm
have
just
my
saying,
album.
like
You know
a
what I mean?
2-hour drive, and
Yeah.
the shit that
I wouldn't
I
recommend
stay
it.
busy. I don't recommend Drake and driving.
All right, so listen. This,
Okay,
that's what I'm
late at
gonna
night
say.
if you in your
Okay. I see.
feelings.
Ivan got the.
I got the notes right here. I got the
Okay,
album on the
Ivan's
phone. So I'm
prepared.
looking at so with you with Party
Apple
Next
Music?
Door. I'm digging that. Apple
Uh-huh.
Music. No man. I'm
Now
on
we
Android, bro.
Android over here.
We gonna get to them.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm on the same team, man.
So yeah, I'm looking. Okay, so one dance. I'm digging that. I heard that the first time I heard it. I was like, man, that's it. That's
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
go.
club track.
And then I like Grammys. I like Too Good is growing on me because that's another one of the little island flavors that I'm like, okay, cool.
Controller too.
Controller.
Oh yeah,
a
for
good one.
sure. Controller's right after One Dance, and then Still Here. Those are my bangers that I go to. And so it's so funny when people like you said, don't drink and drive. I have songs that I will be turned up to that I know, you know what I mean. I won't fall asleep on. I get you though. You like the first what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs. You might be in your feelings. You might have to turn it off. But once you get to track 8 with Party Next Door, I feel like he kind of goes in a different direction and takes it, to a little bit more of the club.
Yeah, more up tempo.
I like the whole back. I get what you say, the back 9. I like the back 9 of the album. To me, it's just. I mean, I'm ready to turn up right now. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Phantom Lounge.
Phantom.
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Oh man. So it
The
looks like
blood.
this
Shout
Zach
out
got
to the
something to
blood.
say.
Like I had a couple people before the album came out, they were like, oh, I hope it's like, how we was spin on like Back to Back or Summer 16. I was like, well, dude, this ain't for you then.
Yeah.
It's straight like that. If you're expecting it to be like all hip hop, him like just, battle raps, back and forth, I was like, he might have a little bit of it, but I was like, if you're expecting that, it's not for you. You're already setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
And I mean, classic for me is like debatable. It's just really on your preference, how you view it. But the numbers don't lie. He sold 600,000 the first day. I just read today it's over 1.2 million with streams and so in a week.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And I know me and Marcus are team iPhone, and everyone over here is Samsung, Android. So one of the Drake lines.
Got him.
One of the Drake lines that caught me, it took me a while, because the thing with Drake, he says a lot of slick shit, but you gotta listen to it over and over and be like, oh shit, he said that.
Yeah.
So in the You With Me, the one where he used the DMX sample, one of the lines he said was, "How's that for real? You toying with it like Happy Meal. 3 dots. If you know about that iMessage, then 3 dots pop up. That's how you know someone is texting you. 3 dots, you thinking of a reaction still. While you typing, make sure you tell me what type of games you being played." So, like, if you were ever talking to a chick or something, and then you said something to her, whether it's good or bad, like saying, like, okay, and you hit her, you're like, "Ooh, I got her good." And you see them 3 dots coming up, and then it's on for a long time.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, it's either a long message or she's really thinking of what to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's probably type. Nah, delete.
Yeah.
Type. Nah, that ain't right either.
Or she could be like me and just have ADD and start the convo and be like, "Oh, look at this
Yeah, or that
flower
too.
over there."
But the thing with me is, like, I always enjoy like Drake's intro tracks. You know what I'm saying? And then when I heard "Keep the Family Close," I was like, okay, Aubrey, I know you can hold a note, man, but when are you gonna start rapping, man? I like the beat, I like everything, but it was just the singing through the whole song. I was like, damn it, man. I was like, I'm not saying like dude can sing, he's worked on it, but it's like, man, I was waiting because the intro, he normally spits some shit, so I was like, okay, but I mean, for the most part, I like to sing with Western Road flows.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I actually. Redemption.
Yeah.
This week,
This
week I was listening to all like the real like the slow shit, and so in Redemption, and since we were talking about Take Care, he says in it, "Who's gonna save me when I need saving? Since Take Care, I've been caretaking. Second chances, that ain't how you living. Redemption on your mind, I'll never be forgiven." So.
Bars.
I'm telling you, and that's a slow song. Like, he's singing through the whole part, then he got like 2 minutes where, he's rapping and he's really saying some shit. He said some shit about a chick sued him, and now she started a business.
Yeah.
A chick got a kid, now she acting different. And thankfully I had no one suing me. But, everyone's had it in a moment in your life. You were talking to a chick or dating, what are you guys, separated, whether it's on good terms or bad terms, and then you just see her, and she could have a kid or dating another dude, and, you kind of think like, do you ever, kind of think about me? Did I ever kind of cross your mind at any time?
That is Drake and Drive right there.
I know, right?
That's definitely.
I wonder.
Let me ask you something though. When you listen to Redemption, does it sound familiar? Like, does it sound like another artist? To me, I feel like it came off like a Bryson Tiller type of feel.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
It kind of did, yeah.
And I almost wanted to go look at the writing credits.
No, seriously, when I heard that, I had to go back to see the feature. I was like, oh, he's not on here?
It could have been collaborative, producers or something.
Because he's met Drake and they've talked and met up and.
Well, Drake's a smart dude. You know, he when the weekend was coming up, he's like, okay, let me grab you, homie. Like, then I'll grab Bryson Tiller. He got that Quentin Miller. You know what I mean? So he's smart.
DVSing.
Division.
Yeah, Division. Yeah, that's my shit.
Definitely.
But my shit is Views, the second to last track, because I heard that shit come on. And the thing is like he's just basically getting at everybody. Like, you're a new rapper, you're an old rapper, I'm at you. Like, you're not fucking with me, period. And some of the lines that let's see, I'm fucking with. Fuck being all buddy with the opposition.
Yeah.
It's like the front of the plane. It's all business, but I haven't flown with y'all boys in a minute.
Damn.
So he's like,
Yeah.
homie, like you're not fucking with me. Or what other one? This one was cool. This was a little slick. You know, shout out to Kobe. Me and Nico used to plot how to make a change. Now me and Kobe doing shots night before the game. Still dropping 40 with liquor in my system. Numbers going unlisted just to create some distance.
I'm sorry, man. When he said that, it made me think of him throwing air balls.
Yeah.
I can't do
Kentucky
it.
warm up.
Yeah.
You ain't living your raps, Drake.
And you
He
know,
he wasn't shooting in the gym.
Yes. Clearly.
Jeez.
But yeah, man, like Drake, like I said, you know, there's about like 6 or 8 tracks like is in constant rotation for me right now. If you listen to it over and over, you'll catch some of the slick shit he said. Even in like Grammys, like if you guys remember like the Jay-Z UGK Big Pimpin' video by Hype Williams, he was saying like, I pull up in yacht so big that they try to hit me with bowfines. Hype Williams Big Pimpin'. You're like, because back in the day, a Hype Williams video was like $500,000 just to start, and then the budget would be like over $1 million. And back then, the labels were paying all that.
Yeah.
You know, this is before like independent.
Yeah,
and all
especially
that.
if you had like the #1 record,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
you
put
had
that
a high
money up.
priority, and within
Yeah.
the record label. So, yeah, this is how it went. That's how it went, definitely. Shoot.
What about you, Mark?
What about you, dog? M-Eezi.
Western Road was probably one of my favorites. I liked Views for the simple fact of the sample at the beginning from the Winans album. the self-titled album, the Question Is song. I thought that was pretty dope. Because I feel like I was the only person, like one of the few people that was like growing up on them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh, all right. I don't know if that's 40 or Drake idea, but that's what's up. Y'all
I
get
mean,
points
Drake,
from me.
it's just like Drake with the slick lines, he has the slick samples as well. Like, it's weird how 40 or Boy Wonder or anyone within his production team like incorporate his samples. It's just like it's different.
Got to
You know
make
what I
sure
mean?
that babies get clear too.
And you have to
Yeah,
get them clear
yeah.
these days because you know record labels or estates of artists that have passed away will hit you up, and don't let it be Marvin
got the
Gaye's
checklist?
family.
That's
They
a
will
wrap.
clean you the fuck out.
Yes.
You know
Immediately.
what I mean? with no
'Cause it's a song
problem.
I'm thinking of he went in on, but I can't think of the name of it.
With no problem. But if you were to say if Take Care wasn't a classic, were there any other Drake albums worthy of saying
He went
that
in on that
it was
song.
a good you know a
Thank
follow
Me
up?
Later. What
Thank Me Later. You like this debut album?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it was good.
I feel like Drake.
I do.
mean, the thing about Drake, I think we it's another thing where we put him on a pedestal. You know, the
He's
fans we
human.
put him on a pedestal for the lane that he's created, and then
Yeah.
when he's in his lane, then all of a sudden it's not good enough, and it's like, well, wait, this dude has been singing and doing his rap thing, like he's been doing that, and we put him there because he was creating a lane for himself. But now that he's doing that and he's in his lane, it's like, you know, I don't know if I like that. But wait a minute, I mean, we put you there though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I think he's always had good albums. I mean, has he had classic albums? Like I said, that question can go forever. What is
Yeah.
a classic?
Yeah, it's
album?
debatable.
Yeah.
It's always debatable.
You know.
Comes from personal opinion.
Right. So
I mean, but speaking of Drake and views and all of that,
All right.
you talked about you liking conspiracy theories. What do you think about the whole? I know I mentioned it to you, but the whole like suicide notes.
Yeah, I mean, I remember someone put it up on Twitter.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
talking
some
about
memes
all
and stuff.
Drake's Drake's album title sound like suicide notes, and that's why I said "What a Time to Be Alive" would kind of break that mold because, you know,
he was high with Future.
yeah, maybe he was loving life,
Maybe
man.
Future came up with that title. We don't know.
You never
know?
know.
But you know, like, but I think Drake and his team has mastered the sad and depressed Drake. You know what I mean? When people were using him as memes and shit, he used that to his advantage. So that's why he shot Highlight Bling the way he did. He knew that the memes were gonna make all kinds of. They're gonna have a field day with this nigga, like
Right.
they did with Nothing Was the Same. You know what I'm saying? They had a field day with him. Like
little
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Or the Take Care album cover, and they call it Daycare. And they flipped it over. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like.
Which one was it where he was?
Yeah, he was like looked like he was laying on his stomach doing a coloring book.
Man.
You know what I mean?
That was burnt, man.
But you know what? His team has realized, like, you know what?
Let's have fun with it.
Let's have fun with it. They want to have fun with
They
you.
own it,
dude. Now he owns it. It's like, what can you say? You know what I mean? And that's why I think when Meek had got destroyed by Drake, it was just like, it was like the Eminem to fucking Papa Doc. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Drake,
yeah. He
was
said
like,
everything
dude,
he needed to
everything,
say.
all the memes already
Yeah.
came out on him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Meek was still this tough guy, Philly rapper. You know
How
what I'm
the heck
saying?
did he lose that though, man?
That's what
I feel like he
but
had
listen,
it.
though,
Like
he lost. Forget the memes. Forget everything else. He lost the rap battle.
Yeah.
How did he do that? How did he lose? How did he lose the rap battle?
He
the part that
underestimated his opponent.
The whole part that we get
his
paid
top-
to do was rap, not memes, not social media, not entertainment. I get paid to go in the
You had
studio
one
and make
fucking
these.
job.
Yeah, one fucking job.
One fucking
But
job.
then you got them. Then you got them yes men ass entourage dudes like, yeah, Meek, that's hot. Yeah, use that Undertaker thing.
Well,
sample.
Swiss Beats made the beat. Like he went in with like the A-list of. All right, I'm about to smash this. I got the.
He
nice
should have waited more
producer.
time. He should have
Well,
gave it more time. But in the world
No,
of
he needed
instant,
to
he-
attack
but the
right
way,
away.
the
He
way,
took too much time.
yeah, I mean, with Drake said the line, I gave you niggas 4 days, nigga, where y'all at? I pull in the range playing AR Ave. I don't know what y'all did to really make y'all mad. I mean, damn. I
Well,
mean,
He killed him in the rap battle, bro.
The problem is when Meek went on Twitter on his rant about Drake ain't, writing and shit, he should have already had a track
ready.
loaded.
Bullets loaded.
You know what I mean? And, in this generation, you can't wait. Drake dropped 2. And
yeah, you got to feed the
wait.
time I got you,
And
right?
then, Funk Flex did it. And I know I downloaded the app, was like, dude, I'm trying to hear this shit.
And nothing.
And he just kept on
Pump,
replaying
fake,
the
and
same
play.
old shit. I'm like, dude, this beat is hard. Come on. And it just never came. And then he still tries. Meek still try. I'm like, dude,
Do you know?
just
Do you know what
stop.
reminds me of? Like in a nerd version. Everybody watched Iron Man 2, right?
Yep.
Remember War Machine had that one little missile called the ex-wife, and he thought he was gonna do some good, like some damage on Whiplash with the iron. That's what it was, man. It was the fucking ex-wife, and then you think like, oh shit, War Machine about to drop it on
Here
this
we go.
motherfucker.
It's
Here we
going
go,
down.
and boop. That's what happened.
Yeah.
To
That's
me,
what happened.
it was like Meek Mill was Quincy from that movie Dope, where he shot himself
Oh,
in the restaurant. Drake
You
hit
don't
him.
fuck about your
Bow.
lunch.
Oh,
Shot
yeah.
himself.
You
And now
don't
he
fuck
running
about
from the
your lunch or
police.
whatever you want.
And the police is social media.
Oh man, so
He
yeah,
did that
man.
to himself, man. At the
Meek
same
was out.
time.
Did it to
But
himself.
but
Shout out
also
to the
I
foot, Cheddar Bob.
I know we just talked about views, but
Cheddar Bob,
like-
exactly. I was thinking about
like
that.
I said, man, we have a guest, man, and I know I just had to ask him some stories, man. This dude is a photographer, a VJ. He's, well known within the nightlife industry, man. I just want to hear some of the stuff he has to say, where nightlife has gone then, where's it going now. What is it like being the photographer guy, the well-known photographer guy? Every girl coming up to you, it's like, hey, can you take my picture? Can you take my picture?
Man.
So you taking pictures of celebrities. You've been in rooms with celebrities, man. So, paint a picture to the world. What is a day in the life of Ivan S. Harris, the Ish, the social media
man,
guy.
I wasn't ready. I'll talk about Drake all day. I'll talk about
Pineapple.
I'll talk about Iron Man and all. I wasn't ready to talk about myself. I just live life, man. Like today, for instance, my buddy just came in today. He's in this travel club. So this guy's traveling all over the place. He goes to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, San Francisco. And today he came in. He brought his family with him, his child, his daughter, whatever. And so we were literally doing the tourist thing. We woke up. I got up. I worked last night, AD on Wednesday. Shout out to AD. Got up this morning, and he said, yo, let's go. Let's hit the streets. And I was like, all right, cool. So like I said, I worked last night in the nightclub at AD on Wednesday. It was cool. Had a good time. Shot the photos. They'll be posted soon. I got up this morning, and I had edited the photos last night. I just knocked them out. I was like, man, let me knock these out right now because I know, Bean, that's his name. Gary Bean is in town, so I want to do that. Okay, so I knocked the photos out, so I didn't have to work. I got up. We hit the tourist thing. We went to, what do we do? We went to, we went whale watching.
Hey, man, we're in San Diego, so
Never
part of
again.
it.
It's a part of the.
Will I
I did
ever
that in
do
elementary
that.
school.
Never
I
again
did that
will
in
I
elementary
ever
school.
do
And
that.
I seen the post on Facebook.
Mhm.
You were considering taking them to L.A.
No,
Right.
no, not me. I wasn't gonna go to L.A. My buddy,
okay.
Billy Paul, man. I gotta
gonna
shout
send
this
him?
dude. No. I gotta shout this dude out. Billy Paul, man. This dude, he's a cool person, but he's an ultimate hater. He's like anything. Like if you say Arrowhead, he's gonna be Fiji. You know what I mean? Like if you say Mopey, he's gonna be like off-brand. Like whatever you do, he's the
Generic.
antagonist. Yeah, he's gonna say generic. So it's
So
like,
you say Fruit Loops, he said Fruit Rings.
yeah, he's
Oh
gonna,
my
he's gonna go
God.
the
All
opposite
right,
way.
cool,
So,
got it.
So that's him.
Toasted oats.
But yeah, man, like my life is you know, it's
madness.
It's madness. It's not really madness. All it is just I capture life.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So I'm a photographer. I'm a documentarian. I'll make up words. It might be
Documentarian, word
You know what?
of the day.
You know what? I used to run the
It might
streets
be a
with this
word. I haven't
man,
looked it up.
and I say madness more so like it's beautiful madness. It's like throwing art.
Like some reds and
On a-
blues,
yeah.
greens.
Yeah, just throwing art on
That's actually
on
that's
a canvas
that's probably
and
the
putting
best
it on the
analogy.
wall.
That's probably the best analogy I've ever heard about my life because that's me and Bean and I were just talking about. Sometimes you every time you can't be scared to say yes. Let's go try something new.
And
Let's
I
just
used to
go
love
out
that.
there.
Yeah.
Because that's how I got. That's exactly how I got in the room with DMX. I didn't ask to go to be with DMX. I didn't set out that morning like, yo, I'm gonna get in the green room with DMX. Like none of that happened. It was just like, yo, I'm going to the show, and we'll see what happens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
And
remember
that's what it is. It's just pretty much saying, you know that movie, Yes?
Yes.
Was that Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't say no. Like you just got to say yes, and then the next thing you know, that positive energy will take you to places that you never even thought, like whale watching.
We were because like
That was a
I would be
negative for
sitting in the
me.
house with Alex.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Alex M. Shea, Jefferson.
What up, Cuddy?
And we'll get a random phone call from Ivan, and he like, "Hey, I'm about to go over here. Y'all want to go?" It's like, yes, we'd love to go.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, like not even in the plans. This is why I say it's beautiful madness. Like at the end of the night, we'll be in VIP right next to Rick Ross while he's performing or something crazy.
That's how stuff happens.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
it's funny
so-
because it's not like we plan that, and it's not like we're trying to brag or do anything like that. It's just we're just living life. We're just excited to just be alive. People don't know that in 2002, my lung collapsed. So I was in a hospital
Damn.
with my lung collapse, and you know, I didn't really take it seriously. I just took it like, yo, you know, it's something that's going on. Friends would come and visit me and make me laugh to the point they had to leave because I couldn't breathe, right?
Oh.
So I remember specifically laying in that bed, and I remember at the time Jay-Z had just dropped that "You'll be in the hospital looking at MASH for months."
Oh,
And so I'm literally in the hospital looking at MASH at 9 a.m. And I was like, man, did Jay-Z come after me? Like, I don't want the ether. I don't want the takeover. You know, I don't want that beef. And I remember just being in that hospital bed and just remembering that I couldn't go take out the trash. I couldn't go and, you know, laugh. I couldn't get up and use the bathroom without calling the nurse like, hey, I need some help to walk. And ever since then, I've been like, you know what, man, we can't be afraid. We have to go and just live life and just have fun. Because this could be all gone tomorrow. Your legs could get cut off, or your eye could be, you know what I mean? Like, tragedy could strike at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting there worried about things all the time, like that's your life is to worry, then how will you find the good, the positive things out of it? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying just write everything off and just don't take care of your responsibilities.
No.
But you just have to be able to say, all right, listen, man, I'm not going to, you know, sit here and just mope all the time. There's a time and place for everything. And it just so happens with me, I picked the right time to just be chilling with Rick Ross next to me, or Jay-Z, you know, sitting in the VIP at One Oak after he makes a song called Chilling at One Oak. And I'm like, how the heck did I get next to Jay-Z at
Man,
One Oak? You
that's
know what I mean?
That's
Like,
the universe, man.
it is
the
that
universe.
is the universe. It's the positive. I need to coin this. It's the positive energy action. I don't know. I just made up some stuff, but
you
yeah.
might have to write a book, sir.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
And make sure you have it on Audible too.
Hey, need that.
I'm gonna put
Need
Mark
that.
on it.
And they can get it for free. Shout out.
30 days.
As long as it goes
30-day
to
trial.
the jig is up.
Exactly.
Can I
Backslash
piggyback off of that?
All right.
So this weekend, you know, well, I went to Arizona and I went to go see my fam. Shout out
Preachy.
to Tech and Preach. But
What up with it?
just being with Preach and just, just getting that. I feel like she helped me without realizing she helped me. And it's crazy how, like you said, like I'm a firm believer of things happen for a reason. And like I said, we were talking, and the message that I got from her was, take risks, just live life, right?
Yeah.
And then today in class, my professor, like, we were going over a group project, and she was like, let me, I need 5 minutes from you guys. I want to read a book. We're like, are we in grade school again? But whatever. And, like, she literally had a book and was talking to us, and she read it, and it was about taking risks. And she told us a quick story about how she always wanted to write a book, and she's older now, but it was something that she decided she wanted to do. So she wrote a book, and she was trying to look for book agents, and she said she applied to at least 100 book agents, and she didn't. Everybody was just like, nah. And then finally, she was about to give up. She was like, you know what? Maybe it's not working for me. And then she got that one. Like, one day, she got that one agent was like, "No, let's do this." And she was like, "What? For real?" So she did that. She said her only regret was that she didn't take that leap sooner, because then she could have did more. But she's happy that she did. And by the end of this year, she's going to have her first book published. And then now I hear your story about that. So that's 3 in 1 week.
That's dope.
So
Message.
that's a message.
Let me bring it back.
Message.
I'm gonna bring it back for you. We're talking about that energy and that positive. So okay, we're gonna use the ultimate sign of success. I use that in the quote unquote. I was in Hollywood. I was on one of my little, let's have some fun tour.
You was in
things.
Hollywood. You ain't tell me.
This was you weren't. I don't even think you had moved yet.
So all right.
I said, you know what? I'm up here. I want to see the Hollywood sign. I want to see it. I want to see it. So all right, cool. So I'm with a friend of mine. So she's like, all right, let's plug it in. So we plug it in the GPS, and it takes us to the Hollywood Hills, and then it says, you can't get up to the Hollywood sign. We're talking about that. Don't give up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind. So I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, let's just figure it out. So we go in the hills, and the GPS is like, no, you can't go this way. It's like it's basically saying it's a dead end.
Yeah.
But it's not a dead end. It's people's houses and stuff like that. So we're just going. We go up, go around, go up, go around. Like, man, what are we supposed to do? No, go this way. So then we go the other way, and then we end up getting up to. I don't know if you've seen the pictures. You can see like that little. It's like not a valley, but it's like a dirt path. And all that, you know what I mean? So we finally park, and we're like, all right, cool. There's a Hollywood sign. It's still way far away, but at least we're in the vicinity. I said, okay, so let's get out. I want to climb up there. I want to see it. So I get out of the car, and I'm walking. I find a gate. There's a gate with a lock on it, and I'm like, hey, man, there's a lock on this? I mean, how do you get to the Hollywood sign? That's all right. So I kept walking. So by this time, I'm walking for at least 10 minutes, like trying to find a way to get up and get in that little valley, and kind of, walk around and just be closer to the sign. So I'm walking. I don't see anything. I'm like, damn, what the heck? So at this point, I'm ready to quit. I'm like, no, let me keep looking. So I walk further. Then it's another gate, and it's locked. And I'm like, man, this is impossible. Like, I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to just say, man, forget it. I'm like, nah, you know what? Let me keep moving. So I walk a little bit further, and I look, and there's like a door, and the door is locked. And I'm like, what? This is some bull. So at this point, I'm ready to quit. I was like, you know what? Forget it. And I told my buddy, I was like, yeah, let's just leave. And then something in like the universe or something said, no, keep going. Check it out. I was like, all right. So I walk. I kid you not. I walk. There's like a door. It's just open. Wow. After all these locks, after all this stuff, it's just an open door. No locks, no door, no nothing. Just like a, oh. And I walk through, and then I walk up, and I walk through the valley and all that stuff. I didn't go all the way up because that's madness to go all the way up.
Yeah.
But I just got as close as that I could possibly do on my own. And I was like, that's crazy. Yeah. People give up before they find a Hollywood sign all the time.
Look at that. He used that
right,
for life.
Right before you get to the Hollywood, it's so easy because the door was open. There was nothing stopping me from walking in that door. No, it wasn't even a door. It was just a passage. And I walked right through like, bam. But I had all these locks, all these no's, all these different things that were like, you should turn around. You should give up. You're not gonna get to the Hollywood sign. And 4 times I was like, man, I'm over it. Nah, we here. I'm in Hollywood. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then that last time, walk right in, no problems. But if I would have gave up any of those other 4 times, I wouldn't even seen. I wouldn't even seen it. You know what I mean?
Like they say, you can't spell impossible without I'm possible. So
that's it.
Jewels. That's some jewels right here. So, I mean, in order to wrap up the show, any last minute shout outs? Well, before I go ahead, I just want to say subscribe. If you have iTunes, subscribe, leave us a rate, leave us a review. If you're on SoundCloud, follow us on SoundCloud, subscribe to the show. You know, in the words of my man Eric, hit the hearts, hit the repost button, do that. Stitcher Radio, subscribe, review, that helps out. Google Play Music, subscribe, review, and go and check on the website, leave that survey. It helps us out to gauge our audience. I just want to give out a shout out to some of our listeners internationally, out in Saudi Arabia, Australia, Mexico, even though you guys are south of the border, Canada, you know, people who are logging onto the website from Japan, Kenya, the Philippines. It's lovely. We appreciate all of our, you know, international love and especially our domestic love. I can't go. It's a long list to talk about that. But yeah, man, go ahead. Subscribe. Leave a review. It helps out the podcast. And also, if you a fan, if you love this podcast, do us a favor. Spread the message.
Yes,
Spread the
please.
word to another friend who like listening to podcasts. They don't know what the hell a podcast is. You educate them and let them know what a podcast is. Well, anyway, shoot, man, Mr. Ivan S. Harris, you got any last minute shout outs, promo, anything coming up?
Well, you all know next week is a big week in San Diego.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest week that we've had in a long time.
Yeah?
I think probably the biggest week in probably.
You gotta elaborate.
I might say the 10 years I've been here.
What? You gotta elaborate.
You having a party?
No.
Oh, damn.
So, Rihanna, Beyonce, Gwen Stefani,
Ooh.
Fat Joe.
Oh, okay.
All the way up.
That's what we're on the same page. That's like one of the hottest songs. Next week, all concerts that are gonna be in San Diego.
Just those first 2 alone. Well,
And you snapping
I'll
all of
say
them, huh?
3. First 3.
You backstage
big-
snapping?
No.
some big-
I'm not backstage. I'm gonna use the positive energy of reinforcement. I think that's what I'm gonna call it, to just figure out what's going on. But I'm just saying it's an excellent week for San Diego because all these artists that are coming to San Diego,
Yeah.
you know, and this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna take 2 seconds to shout out my man Birdie Bird. Because he always goes hard about local rappers not doing their thing.
Yeah, you do.
I just told you the hottest week in San Diego is about to transpire. You need to be out pushing your elements, doing whatever you need to do, get your sound out there because this is where everybody's gonna be, pretty much. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah.
I'm sure Snapchat is probably even gonna have a story for San Diego story for Beyonce concert or Rihanna concert.
Oh, definitely.
Or the
Yeah.
933 Summer Jam, or not Summer Jam, but 933, Summer Kickoff. Like
Yeah.
that's all the whole next week, and then like I said,
damn.
Fat Joe is
Bruh.
Saturday. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on, man.
Man, so come to the San Diego area, man. If you need to get your hair cut, you better holler at K-Cutz
Yeah,
before you
do it.
step out.
Get the cut,
Easy.
You got
get
to.
the cut,
Get the cut.
get the book so you know what you need to study up on.
Exactly. See,
Audible.
Ivan
know?
is on it.
And then get yourself out to these San Diego streets because this is gonna be madness.
Woo.
Madness. Beautiful
Madness everywhere.
And just
I-
say yes.
I have so much positive energy right now. Like I feel it. Like I might be tripping, but I feel
You're welcome.
You're not tripping. You're
but
not tripping.
but I just want to send a shout out, of course, to you guys. You know, you guys, we talk on a daily. I just, met you, but I love the energy. You the ish. And
Thank you.
shout out to my professor today for that inspiring story she read us. Shout out to my fam Preach because, like I said, she helped me out. Even though I was helping her move physically, she helped move me, internally. And shout out to my savages that I talk to on a daily, and to the new savages that I just recently connected with. So shout out to Miyoshi all the way in Bermuda, and Ashley in Atlanta. Shout out to you guys. Thanks
Didn't
for.
she tell you she was a savage?
So yeah,
So
thanks.
the Savage got
so-
a broad in
I'm feeling
Atlanta
great.
now. All right.
I want to say
He ain't
shout
a
out
broad, okay?
Oh,
shout out to
my bad,
everybody in
Ashley.
the
Get it
fam,
right.
man.
Co-ed
I
name.
love
My
y'all,
bad,
man.
bro.
You know, nothing is promised, so I'm gonna say shout out to them, and I love everybody in my fam. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to everybody that just watched this live broadcasting I just put up.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah, and I want to say rest in peace to Miss Afeni Shakur,
Oh, yes.
Yes. Rest in peace.
mother to a legend.
Yes.
R.I.P.
You know,
All right. Mr. Awww Zac.
Man, shit, I ain't got nothing.
Aw,
shout out
Zach.
your
Man,
girl.
normally you know me, I got stuff.
Shout out.
Shout out
You know
your
what?
girl,
I'm
dog.
you
That
know what?
lemonade
You know
been
what
playing.
though?
Oh,
I'm gonna say a shout
okay.
out.
That lemonade been playing.
Okay.
I'ma
Real quick.
Shout out to Mr. Awww Zac for taking
I-
it like a champ.
Yep.
Man,
Lemonade.
Lemonade was played in the whip at very high volume today. And the thing is, I enjoy it. I enjoy the album. But listening to it, your girl actually
Reciting the
downloads the
lyrics.
free trial title just to listen to it. Says, if I'm driving, we're listening to my music.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
fuck.
the setup.
It's
So
crazy too. I like that album.
Yeah. No, I do too. And she puts it on, and then she just reciting. Whoa.
No.
Oh.
Go ahead.
And she's just reciting all the lyrics. I was like, dude, you just downloaded the app like 20 minutes ago. But it's the same songs though. And
It's the angry part of
Yeah.
the album, right?
Oh my,
Yeah.
it's the first half.
Sleep with one eye open, dog. I'll
No,
call you. I'll text you
I'm
tomorrow
good.
morning.
I'm good.
Let me go to the notes.
I'm good. I'm good.
Where are the notes? Where are the notes?
But
Hold on.
I honestly like the album because I was like, nah, this shit's dope. I fuck
Alright.
with this shit.
Did you get the side eye though?
Oh, always.
Got the
Like,
oh,
and she
oh,
even,
the
no, but she'll
okay.
tell me, yeah, like, okay, or like, I'm feeling some type of way. I was like, it's all good. It's all
You got
good.
the notes up,
Because
Mr.
I always tell her, I was
Mr.
like,
S. Harris, because we gotta wrap it up soon.
What was
I
that? What
always
was that?
get the
You said
last
you got
laugh.
your notes.
Oh, yeah, I got the notes right here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm digging that 6-inch with the week. The Weeknd is killing it right now.
Yes.
Kanye,
Man,
FML.
he's-
I love that song too.
The Low Life with Future.
That's
he's,
my
he's
shit.
killing it.
Yeah.
He's killing it. And then I like the Freedom with Kendrick Lamar. I feel like that's like I'll be honest with you. I feel like that's like a takeover part 2.
Huh?
With Beyonce instead of Jay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's got that, you know,
Got
that sample. I mean, it's not the same sample, but I just feel like that hard rock, you know, that you know what I mean? So I'm digging that. And then the All Night is cool. I like the All Night and Daddy Lessons. I'll be honest with you. I like Daddy Lessons because I know she's from the South, and I know she wants to pay homage to the South, and I kind of like that she is allowing herself to, you know, pay homage to the South by adding that song. Because a lot of times pop artists, they won't do what their roots are.
Right.
They'll stick to the pop, and they won't do what their roots are. And it's like, well, wait, we want you as an artist to do what got you to come up. Same with Drake. Everybody's like, oh, this dude trying to be Jamaican now. Oh, my God. No, if you
But
ever
he-
been to
he already-
Toronto, you know
It's
that's
a
Toronto has a
heavy
lot of
dance
Caribbean
hall.
Cartel
Yeah,
and all
dance
those
hall.
Yeah,
guys,
there's a lot of
heavy
Caribbean
dance hall.
influence
So
there,
he
so-
probably
Yeah.
came, you know, he came out, did his thing
And I need to
first,
go to
now
Toronto.
He wants to get those roots out. And I'm
This
loving
the
all the Jamaican songs,
controller.
all the
I need to go
reggae.
to
Shout out to
Toronto.
all the reggae songs,
All the Caribbean girls
Shout
out
out
there.
to Marco.
you know, even the Justin Bieber. Sorry, you know, anybody with the reggae island feel, I'm feeling it right now. Let's go dance right now. Thursday, turn up. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Phantom
So
Lounge.
on that note, if you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we love making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being yourself, you know what I gotta say. The jig is up, and we out.
Whoa.
Man, I got all this positive energy. I'm feeling good right now.
Look at her. She,
Right now.
Hey, since you,
you acting
hey,
like you
and-
high or something. She act like she high right now.
and since we're talking about living life, hey, you know me. I always say, go
Oh,
raw,
you better
y'all.
stop
Go
it.
raw.
He said go raw.
Go back to other episode.
Monday Night Wars.